For those of you on probation needing to do a bunch of community service hours, this is a job. It's a job and it takes hours to even get somebody to let you do the hours. And this is turning into a real big problem. I have two very big solutions for you. And the first one is you've got to do a little bit of work on this before you're ever going to get a buyout on this. And here's the work that you have to do. You need to document the date, the time, and the person you spoke to regarding the fact that they would not take you in to do your community service. You have to show and document your efforts to try to get in somewhere and try to work somewhere. That's number one. And I don't mean, well, I called 3 places and they didn't get back to me. That will not be enough. I mean, you're going to need to hound them a little bit and then document all the calls and everything. Then and only then can I work my magic and go to the judge with your list. Look at this effort, Judge. 9 different community service providers, and not a one of them, after persistence, would let my client work there. Therefore, we have no option but to ask for a buyout. And it's at that point when the judge sees the effort, okay? The documented effort, that's when you're going to get your buyout. So that's the number one way to get a buyout. Document your efforts of trying to find a place, bring it to your attorney, and we will file a motion to buy out. Number 2, this is a little under the radar, but I've seen it so many times, I'm going to throw it out there. The other way you can buy out your community service hours is to find a very small animal no-kill shelter, et cetera, et cetera. These small shelters oftentimes don't need your help as much as they need your supplies. So I've had clients that rather than do 100 hours of community service for a no-kill cat place, they just show up with so many pounds of kitty litter from the feed store. And the more kitty litter you bring, the more hours they're going to vouch for and fill out and do the letter and say, you've completed this many hours. This is okay as long as you talk to probation first and say, probation, this shelter wants to do it this way. Do you mind? Because I've had some probation officers say, look, as long as you get me a letter that says the hours are completed, I really don't care what your contribution was. Just show me a letter that the hours were completed, and they will do that. So that's the second way that you can buy out your community service hours, is to find one of those shelters that probably needs supplies more than they need your help. So those are the 2 main ways that you're going to get to buy out your community service hours.